Doesn't that look inviting? This is definitely the best pork breakfast burrito you have ever eaten. And I know you want to go and make it. Hello, I'm Chef Don McMillan, and welcome to Simple and Delicious Recipes. Hey, today I am going to make the best pork breakfast burrito you have ever eaten. I've got so many of the ingredients right here in front of me, and the most important ingredient is going to be a smoked pulled pork roast. Oh my, you're going to love this recipe, and I'm going to show you how to make the best smoked pulled pork. It's so delicious, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to put together a simple seasoning mix. It's going to be so good. And remember, always, the recipes are down below, okay? But check all this out. Brown sugar, yes, brown sugar is going to give it a wonderful flavor. Lots of good glaze. Trust me, the crust, that's so important when you're cooking pork, okay? Garlic and pork, made in heaven. Onion, salt. I'm not using a lot. That's probably one of the smaller parts, but the salt is so important because what is going to happen is all these other flavors are going to permeate the meat. It's actually going to sink right in there. We're going to cook it slow and long, but trust me, it's going to be so flavorful that every bite from the crust right down to the center is going to be delightful. Black pepper, definitely black pepper. And we're going to put in there some cumin. Yes, a little extra flavor for that. Now let's go ahead and mix this up. And the next thing I want to do is we're going to push it into our butt. I'm going to just take the hands and just rub it in, push it in, just like that. Get it all in there. Cover it every little bit. Don't miss the sides, don't miss the bottom. We're going to get it all, okay? We're going to do that, and it is going to cook in our smoker. It's going to be there for a while, but that's okay. We have time, okay? Remember two things when you're cooking and smoking: time and temperature. So important. You need both. Okay, let's turn this baby over. And let's get the rest of this mixed on there. Yes, we're going to use our thermometer. It's so important. You need one of these if you're going to do this recipe. We've got our smoker already preheated, 250 degrees, and we're going to put this beautiful piece of meat fat side down, and we're going to let it cook for about 4 hours. But what's more important, I was telling you about time and temperature, we're going to check it, and we want to make sure that it's 160 degrees before we do step number 2, which we're going to show you. Well, I've got my smoker now at 250. This is my pellet smoker. Look at that. Oh, it's ready to go. I'm going to place this beautiful piece of meat. Remember, fat side down, right there on the grill. All right. Cover, and we're going to let it smoke. We'll be checking on it. It's going to take about 3 to 4 hours. And remember, we're going to check it for 160 degree internal temperature. Well, here it is. Took it off our smoker. 160 degrees. 160. Look at it. It's beautiful. I'm tempted to cut into it, but you know, I'm not going to let that happen because I said time and temperature, and we're going to give it the right amount of time. Got here a little foil pan. Take our, look at that, isn't it? I'm telling you, this is going to be so good, but we're going to make it even better. What am I going to do? Check this out. Butter. My friend Julia Child said butter makes it better. We're going to make it better. Let's put that butter right on there. Yes. We're gonna bathe it in butter. What do you think of that? I know you'd probably say, ooh. Foil. We're gonna cover it. So it's gonna cook in here. We're gonna put it back into our smoker. We're gonna cook it. And it's gonna be delightful. So let's go ahead and cover this up. Seal it. Seal it. Right here, right here. All right, let me come across over here as well. Okay, so now it's ready to go right back into the smoker. Well, we did it. It's finished. It came out 204 degrees. Just took it out of our smoker. Let's check it out. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that smoke just coming out of that. All those beautiful juices in there. Man, looking good. Wow. We're gonna shred this bad boy. But there it is. Look. Smells so good. Yes. Boy, now you can eat it, of course, but look. I'm just pulling the muscles apart. Look at that. Look. See that? Isn't that beautiful? Let me put it back on the center of the board. I don't want this to fall down on the side. We just take our bare claws here, but just shred this meat. Look, this falls, literally falls off the bone. And that's why we said leave the bone in there, because all that flavor, all those juices are just creating this wonderful meal that we're going to use this for. Well, we did it. We made the best smoked pulled pork. It is just so good. This was that butt that we had just cooked. We cooked it till it's absolutely perfect. Now let's make the perfect pork breakfast burrito. So definitely gonna start with eggs. It's breakfast, right? So let's get the fire going. Crack a couple of eggs. One, two. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, not too much. Let's go ahead and scramble them up. I've got my butter melting in my pan. We put it on medium heat. Remember, we're using a non-stick pan, and also when you're cooking eggs, you're never really gonna cook them on high, okay? That's a little hint that you got. Got lots of good cooking tips. All right, let's let the pan melt the butter, and go ahead and place the eggs right in there. And we'll scramble our eggs slowly. So, this is, of course, the integral part of the burrito, the eggs, but the pork is really what's going to make it. I mean, we sampled some of it, and it's just ideal. So, perfect for this. Finish the eggs right here. Turn the heat off. Use the residual heat in the pan. Finish it up. And they're ready. Okay, let's put them right here, because now we're going to make our burrito. So, we're going to use the pork, obviously. So let's put some of that pulled pork right into the pan. And black beans. Put a few of those in there. And I'll heat these up. Just want to kind of marry them together. Just a little bit of heat and then we'll get them going. This way, the total content will be ready to eat as we're cooking it. All right, let's stir these in there. So making a breakfast burrito, we've got the eggs, but we need all these other great ingredients, and we know this pork is absolutely delicious. And when we combine all these, I'm telling you, it's the best thing you put in your mouth. You're going to want to have this for breakfast all the time. Lots of good proteins, lots of good nutrients right in there, and that's done. Yep. Ready. Now, let's go ahead and show you how we're going to make that burrito. I have my flat pan right here. We're just going to put just a little bit of oil in there. All I want to really do is soften up this tortilla. So by the way, I'm going to put a link below because I'm going to show you how to make your own flour tortillas. Yes, you can do that. They're so easy to do. All right, let's get that warming up just a little bit. All right, get it warm on one side, we'll just flip it over. Heat it up on the other side. That softens up the tortilla. It's so important because when we fold it up to make our burrito, you know, it's got to be just right. All right, softening up. Just another minute. Not too long. Now we'll take it out, place it here on our table, and we're going to start the assembly. Okay, breakfast burrito, definitely going to have eggs. So here's our scrambled eggs right in there. There's our black beans and our pulled smoked pork. This was cooked with love, and it's going to be equally enjoyed. Great ingredients in there. All right. Try not to overstuff it because I know that's something that we want to do. Okay. Check this out. This is our Salsa Verde. It is delicious, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to send you the link right below because I'm going to show you how to make this as well. It is so good and an integral part of what we're making here. And of course, it would never be a burrito without cheese, right? So let's get our cheese in there. Okay, now comes the trick. How do you fold the burrito? Okay, you start right here and bring that over, tuck it back in just like this. And now these little ends, we're gonna tuck them in. Okay, can you see this? Tuck them in and then fold this one over and this one over. And now we roll. And we roll, keeping everything tight right here till we get to the crease on the bottom. Now, put our grill right back on again. Again, just a touch of oil, not too much. We're not frying it, we just don't want it to stick, and we want to have that nice finish. And I'm going to go ahead and put our burrito there. So you start with the folded side down, and we'll turn it over. It's brown on one side, let's turn it over. Look, isn't that beautiful? See how brown it is? That's what we're looking for. And that's why we put the seam side down so it would seal itself. And now we'll just get the other side brown, and we're going to be ready to eat this bad boy. Okay, look, beautiful, right? Let's take this right out, place it on our plate, and what we're gonna do next? What do you think? First, we're gonna cut it, just to show you the inside. Make you a little bit jealous. Look at that. Doesn't that look inviting? This is definitely the best pork breakfast burrito you have ever eaten. And I know you want to go and make it, so the recipe is down below. Also, while you're checking out that recipe, hit a comment. Tell me what you think. Maybe you got some ideas of some great breakfast burritos. I'd love to share some information. And also, you know that I respond to every comment. Okay? Really appreciate that. Also appreciate it when you hit that like button And if you haven't yet done so, please subscribe. And while you're subscribing, share with your family, share with your friends, put it on Facebook, any of the many media, because we can use all that help. And speaking of help, you can also help us by signing up for Patreon, because when you do that, you'll enable us to make all these things and so much more. And we're going to share with you first because you are a loyal Patreon sponsor. And we thank you for that. Can't wait to bite into this. I'm telling you, it is absolutely delicious. In fact, when you're cooking with Chef Don, it is always simple and delicious.